Hey, it's your girl Gigi with a capital GG. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know. Well, today we are doing a Valentine's Day look. So I did have a couple of strains with this one, but let's get into it. So, needless to say, we are going in with our primer. It is a water-based primer that I do use. If anybody who is just now watching me, I do use a water-based primer only because I have really dry skin, so I prefer to do something more on the wet side rather than on a creamy side, just because it makes a great primer, I guess, for me, to make sure everything sticks and it doesn't look cracky on my skin. And then next we are going to do our eyebrows. So we're just gonna comb these bad boys out and hope for the best, because I don't use any brow wax. And I honestly, if you guys know a great brow wax that I could use, send me a link down below in the comments and I will try those out, do like a little review video. But for right now, I've explained this before, I don't have thin eyebrows, so I just literally go in the littlest that I can with a little bit of eyeshadow. I don't use tinting or anything like that. I think I'm gonna try it one of these days, but for right now I just blend them all in to my brows, and it be looking bushy, but I like that look, so don't be judging me. But after doing that, I go in with my concealer, the lightest concealer that I have, and I line the underneath of my brows and on top. But one thing that I did have difficulties with this look is, once again, the colors. Like, no matter how bright I have my concealer, the colors just don't pop for me like that. I wish it was like brighter. If anybody have any tips, let me know down below in the comments, and I will definitely try them. But I did try something new this time. After I used this primer, I did put some translucent powder on my concealer on top of it right after I underlined everything and filled it in, and it kind of did work out for me better than what I usually do, so I'm slightly getting better. But like I said in my other videos, I am not a makeup artist by any chance. This is just what I do for fun, and I am slowly learning the new tips and tricks and old tips and tricks on how to do makeup, and it's just something that I just enjoy to do, and it's fun to learn different things. I did do a wedding, but it's easier to do it on somebody else rather than your own self. But right now I am just outlining it on the top, making sure everything is nice and crispy. But yeah, I just honestly, I like doing makeup, and it's just a fun creative thing to do because I love to draw, paint, and everything, and it's just kind of like painting your face. So that's basically what I like about this. But now my eyebrows are done, and it's time to go with a little bit of color. So we are going with the Festival. Y'all, I'm so mad. My sister got me this, and it was broken already. My daughter had been running around, and I dropped it. So one of my colors that was in there, which was a gold color, it broke. Y'all. But I am going to go in with the hot pink that I just showed you guys. And we're going to do, I want to say like the mid lid. And we're just going to pack it in there. Just because I found that packing it in before you just start swiping, it makes the color go on there much darker. And then after you pack it in there, go in with a buffer brush and just buff it out to the top of your lid by your underneath your eyebrows. buffing, we're buffing, we're buffing, and we're buffing. We're doing more buffing. Okay, y'all, I'm really killing myself right now because, y'all, I buffed this thing out like 50 million times. I don't know if it's because of the translucent powder, but to me, it wasn't moving up faster than what I thought I was moving. And I don't know if it's because of the translucent powder, but I'm gonna try next time one eye non-translucent and then the other eye with the translucent, just to see if it buffs out better. But it kind of did give me like more of a softer look up on the top. It just didn't go all the way up like I wanted it to. I just was getting tired of buffing it out. So right after I do that, I do go back in and pack in a little bit more color on the beginner line of where I started, just because I wanted that to be the darkest spot of my eye. And then obviously with me buffing it out, it got softer as it went up. Now that I'm done buffing the hell out of my eye, almost gave me a rug burn, I go in with this makeup remover and I drench it on the Q-tip and I remove all the makeup that I just put on to my eyelid. And I'm just making like a finer line crease right where the hot pink ends. And this is going to be basically the base for the lighter color, because I wanted like to see if it would actually work, for one, and for two, this look requires very cut creases. So we're gonna try this technique, and it actually worked pretty well. I didn't think it was gonna work with the product that I had because I've seen other people use other products, but it worked out for me. So let's keep watching. And if y'all haven't already, why aren't you been liking this video? Like, share, and subscribe, please. I'm waiting. But anyways, I'm just joking. But after I do all of this, I do go in with a lighter, I want to say nude color and a shimmery nude, just to give it some depth, because I did the hot pink and then I go in with the lighter nude color. But right now I'm just putting primer back on to the lid just to create another base for the lighter color so you can actually see it. I did go back in with that translucent powder just to get rid of the shine and hopefully let it dry a little bit faster. And it actually did work out in my favor that way, because this concealer that I'm using on my eyes tends to be wet longer than what I actually intend it to be. So it be cracking, y'all. So after we're done putting the lighter color on, we're gonna go back with that hot pink and the buffer brush, and we are gonna go from the outside of our eyelid and make a cute ombre to the middle of the lid. I thought this was pretty cute to do only because I just like the look of ombre eyes. I don't know what it is, I just do, so I just thought I would just try it. But the only thing that I ran into issues with is the fact that you could still see the line because I cut it all the way to the back. So basically what I did was pack some in the middle and just kept pushing it to go further in. And as many times as I did it, it worked. So I don't have no complaints about no issues with this method of basically using translucent powder over your concealer, because it worked for this. I don't know what was happening with the whole other with the eyes. I don't know if I put too much on, but I only put like one layer of concealer and then I just put a little bit of translucent powder on this, and it actually dragged all the way to the outside perfectly. So it worked in my favor. So this look didn't call for it, but I'm actually going to try a little experiment. So I got my eyelash glue that I got from Walgreens, and I had some foil because I tend to do my nails, so I just had some extra foil in there. So I line the crease from the inner eye to probably about the middle, and I just let that sit on there for a minute, and then I just packed the foil on top of it. I did not expect this to go well. It just looks crazy, but trust me, y'all, it's worse before it gets better. That's all I gotta say. It gets worse before it gets better. But this is like a great method. Instead of lining my eyes with like a white or doing it that way, but I wish I had some chunky glitter because that would have looked way better. But this is the type of shimmer that I had. I used it and it worked out pretty great. So once I pressed it in a little bit, then I just started dusting it away, and it fell right off. So this is what happens when you do it on your nails. So it was kind of like a blessing from God that it did exactly what I wanted it to do. So after your girl was doing all that, we did a little bit of touch-ups here and there, and then I forgot to videotape me doing my liner and my eyelashes, but that's okay. If you guys want to see how I put on my eyelashes, I'll do that in a different video. But after I look at it, this is the final result. It came out better than what I thought it was going to look like, but thank you guys for everybody who has been watching, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Love you.